Hi there, printmakers. So today we're going to go over Collagraph printing. The materials and tools you'll need are chipboard or bookboard, paintbrushes, Mod Podge, and other collage materials for creating your plate. In the following videos, we demonstrate several different strategies to create the Collagraph plate. Essentially, the goal here is to create a raised surface on top of that board. And we're going to go over multiple different ways, and we've gone ahead and divided these by color. The first color we're going to start with is the yellow Collagraph plate.
So just to, again, jump in with Brett, you can use Collagraph in a multiple variety of ways. We are using Collagraph as a relief printed process. So everything we're going to be doing from here on out is based on relief and trying to get a relief image. So as we go, just remember that we're working on the raised bits, getting ink onto those rather than the sunken parts and trying to pull ink out of our incised lines, so to speak.
What a relief.
Just to keep you guys all in the loop, this is the kind of the mindset and the frame that we're going from here forward. So as we talk, just try to keep these two pieces in mind. Remember that we're working on a 4-color process. So across the Collagraph videos, we will be talking about each color and each edition of a color. So
when we start with the yellow Collagraph plate, the materials we're going to use are chipboard, paintbrushes, Mod Podge, and tape. And we've gone ahead and started by sketching the general area where we're going to put the image on. So we've already defined on the upcoming plates where the image is going to sit on top of the other one.
Thank you, Brett. Using the tape, apply multiple overlapping layers to build up a raised surface. Brett used the tape to follow the contours and features of the face to see if the different ways laid on or torn could cause a different consider the different ways that tape can be shaped. Tape can be cut off with scissors. Tape patterns and designs can be cut with an X-Acto knife. Tape can be torn, so you have that nice deckled or rough edge. And tape can be overlapped to make different shapes. You can lay it down in multiple ways in order to build up a shape.
Exactly. Do you want to go ahead and play that video as we finish this one up here, Sam?
Sure, sounds like a good idea.
So once you have, essentially as this goes along, it's going to apply all the different methods of tape. Once you have completed the tape layer, we don't show it here, but you're going to coat the entire surface in polyurethane. And this is exceedingly important, be sure you're in a well-ventilated area. Windows open, outside, somewhere there can be a cross breeze, somewhere you have ventilation. Wearing a mask is always a good idea. Wearing gloves is always a good idea. That polyurethane is some pretty tricky stuff, and we just don't want it to get into your lungs or anywhere else. And you're going to apply as many layers as you need to the entire surface until the plate is completely coated. You will know the plate is completely coated when you no longer can feel the texture of the tape, or it's no longer sticking out of that polyurethane layer.
Just to clarify, polyurethane is a common, use tool or substance which you can apply over wood. Many people treat wood with polyurethane. It's not unknown and not some strange substance. But just to keep in mind that it has dangers to use, and we're just trying to be precautious as we talk about using this material. So that polyurethane layer, lay it over the top. Like Brett said, make sure you're in a very well ventilated area after you coat it, and then as the plate dries. You don't want the entire space that you're working in to smell like polyurethane for days. So make sure you lay down that polyurethane coat, 1 or 2 coats, and then put it outside, put it in a well ventilated area for 1 to 2 days, maybe a few hours, just to let that polyurethane really cure into past its sticky, tacky stage into a solid finished material. Remember, it's got to soak into that board. If you coat both sides, that's a great thing. But what's going to happen is if you coat both sides of that board, it's going to take it longer for that in-between space to dry out. of the board. So make sure you coat one side, let that dry, flip it and coat the other side if you really want to make this matrix something that lasts for a long time.
And that is the completion of our yellow plate. We're going to do multiple colors, as Sam mentioned before, so the next video will be the red plate.
See you later, printmakers. Thanks for joining us.